Evan fitted it up for me, and I went in the office and I came back out and looked at it. It was just like absolutely incredible. So I know exactly what you guys are going to feel like when you see this paint. So check this out, it's absolutely wild. Welcome back to another episode at Thornton Hundred Motorcycles. It's super bright today. My name's Jody, and me and Evan are cracking on with the exhaust on this custom built, supercharged Thornton 100 bobber. This has absolutely every single option we do, minus the passenger seat. So we've got wavy discs, Thornton 100 billet hubs, extended axles. We've got our complete billet mudguard, all the wide Takasago XL rims, custom Super Corsa Pirelli tyres with the custom O-lins. We've got the supercharger, the engine plaques, we've got the seat mount, we've got all of the rear end, so the side mount number plate with all of our discs on. We've got the gold chain, the sick hubs as well. Oh man, they're so cool. Absolutely love these hubs. Blacked out bolt kit. This has got everything, and then we've got the custom Xylane coated supercharger with all of the Roadtrex system on there and the oil cooler. Basically everything you could ever want a bobber. Now, last episode we were talking about what we were going to route this exhaust and what we were going to do with it. Now, me and Evan have been backwards and forwards, and this is what we're tacking up initially. So basically we build an exhaust that goes down here and through this gap in the frame here and out the side. Now, if you follow our Instagram, you'll know what that looks like. But obviously we have a big intercooler right in the way here. So what we're doing now is we're going to come down here, bring this one in and then out and make it kick out. But obviously we've got to get this exhaust down and out to that side too. And then what we'll have to do as well is weld some M18 lambda bungs in to make sure that when we tune this on the dyno, that we can check to make sure that the air fuel ratio is firing correctly in both the cylinders too. So lots and lots to do here, but this bike is pretty much wrapped up in terms of the supercharger. So as soon as we've got that exhaust all done and dusted, we can get the paint on, hopefully, which is coming at the end of the week from Image Design Custom. What we might have to do is finish this exhaust, bash a tank on it that we have, and then basically get it on the dyno. I'll take you guys to the dyno and show you exactly what's going on, exactly what we're doing as well. So we've got a new setup as well, so we're not running a Dynojet Power Commander anymore. What we're going to be doing is actually modifying, unlocking, breaking into the original ECU and modifying that. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that will give us access to everything: rev limiters, gear change, indicators, as well as removing all of the restrictors in every single gear to give this bike as much power as we possibly can using all of the standard engine internals. So lots and lots to do. Like I say, we're gonna crack on and get on with it now. Okay guys, so Tuesday and the sun is still shining, and me and Evan are cracking on with this exhaust on this supercharged Bonneville bobber. Now, we have been backwards and forwards with different designs. Now, this looks a bit funny because it comes out on an angle. So what we've essentially decided to do is give it a kind of a slash cut, kind of firing out. The problem is with these bobbers, with these bobber exhausts as well, is that you need loads and loads and loads of ground clearance from here to be able to just kind of get down and scrape the peg before you scrape anything else. So we basically brought this one down here, around here, and like I say, it looks like we're just going to come out there. I can't see any issues with that, I suppose, can you?
No, nice slash across.
So on cylinder number one, we've essentially just come down, kept it matching the other side as well. We've gone in, as you can see in there, we've got a little S-bend, which goes in there like that. Slide this camera down there. Nice little S-bend, and then we have it, like I say, coming round and coming out this side. So I think, like I say, we'll put this one somewhere like that. Have you marked that? We'll cut that soon, I suppose.
No, yeah, that'll get cut.
It'll probably get cut with a nice little gap like that, and then that will slide in there. And then we've got to come up with a design, probably chop the end off, weld it up, give it a cool little funky design. But yeah, exhaust for this one is coming along now. Yeah, I suppose we can keep them all separate now as well, can't we? It won't be a 2 into 1, it will just be 2 to 2. But we'll be able to weld some lambda bungs on the back of this on each side as well, ready for when we take it to dyno tuning. So yeah, let's crack on, get this tacked up, and then put it off ready for final welding. I hate that noise. Right, this machine has cut for me thousands, I can't even imagine, tens of thousands of exhaust cuts, and this is an old machine and I've had it for donkey's years, and we keep getting these blades specially made as well, but it's just a cold cut saw and it spins really slow like that. And we got this little vise as well, which I've rebuilt and re-welded and cracked once and snapped off, and I've just bent it up again. But this thing, how good is this?
That's brilliant.
So good. We've got a pair of 3D printed jaws. I remember printing these on my Creality CR10. I must have printed these like 3 years ago, and they're still going strong. But a nice pair of soft jaws, but they do work quite well actually, don't they? They do work quite well. They hold the tube. But we get a nice cut on that, don't we? And then we just finish it off on the linisher over here. So again, another really old machine. We have to custom order the belt especially, don't we? Just because it's just such an old machine. But up here, this is just really small up here, isn't it? Like this is just the
and really hot in the summer.
It's really hot
when you're changing tyres.
And you bash your head all the time, and it's an absolute nightmare. So our new workshop area is going to be really good. But even my old tools up here, I don't really use any of this anymore. So all the pie cuts and stuff like that. But we've got the English wheel, like I said, the cold cut saw, and a couple of just grinders. These don't ever get new wheels on them either. They barely even really get used to it. But yeah, it's just very small little workshop bit. We've got a hydraulic press over there. And then we've got the tyre changer here. But yeah, this will all need to come down. We have to borrow someone's forklift when we move. But yeah, so that exhaust is all coming along now. We have cylinder number 2, which comes down all the way around, flicks round and kicks in and joins cylinder number 1.
Yeah, I need to get a tack in there.
Isn't tacked up. So yeah, I'm happy with the line on this and everything like that. We've got plenty of ground clearance as well, ready for when this thing is absolutely shredding too, because these bikes do actually shred pretty hard, don't they? You know, I ride my bobber so hard and I'm like scraping frame rails all the time, and it's so much fun. So what we have to do now is we've got to mount these. So we're probably going to use, I don't know if we have any here, we'll show you our own rubber exhaust damper, and we have a little bell that goes over the top as well. So let's get all of those mounted up, and then we'll be ready for final welding and then polishing. Right guys, we've just had a package arrive, and it is for this supercharged bobber right here. So this bike is pretty much done and dusted. We've created the exhaust for it. The only thing missing is the paint. So I'm gonna unbox this right now and have a little look and see what Image Design Custom have created for us, because we give these guys a very rough brief. This one we knew we wanted to use Lamborghini Viola Parsifal, which is a purple, and we also wanted to use Porsche Crayon Grey. So let's have a little look at what is inside this box. Whoa. Suspense is mad, isn't it? I actually cannot wait to see this one. I'm so excited to see what colour this looks like in the sun. Okay, here we go. Black on the back. Should we look at this in the sun for the first time? Okay, here we go. Wow. Oh my days. Wow, look at that. Look at the metal flake in it. Oh my days, that is incredible. And that crayon grey. Wow, what a colour combo. Every time we get paint, we all come out and have a look at it, don't we? Like, it's like every time it comes, it's just going to be something different, and that is absolutely incredible. Stevie actually designed a lot of this. So just designed the split and that line there, and also that bit there. But what's it like seeing your design come to life?
It's pretty cool actually seeing it in real life.
Yeah, a little bit dusty, yeah. We've got the bottom of the seat, so let me put this down. I think we've gone with a pretty much similar design to what we've done before.
Yeah.
We follow the lines on the seat base, but
That
again,
purple is amazing.
look at that. Let's pull that in the sun there. Let's have a look at that. That looks absolutely incredible, doesn't it? Look at that. So we have got to clean it all off. But this was literally getting lacquered yesterday. Now it's here. We literally posted it. So yeah, this is all going to get flatted and polished as well. But I love this line that we did.
Yeah, that's unreal, that colour.
Looks really good. And then we'll put a nice little Thornton 100 badge on here. But yeah, I love that. Right.
It's the tank I want to see.
It's the tank, it's the main event, isn't it? So yeah, so let's put that down over there where we're not going to damage it.
Where's the...
There's the hole.
There we go.
Poke your hand. I know what you just did as well. Poked your hand through their inside masking. Oh, the crayon grey. Right, get a rag. Let's wipe this off before we go and check this out, because that honestly looks absolutely incredible, literally just off the bat. So let's grab a brand spanker. Give it a... Oh, it's fluffy on the way out. Here we go. Look at that. The Crown Grey Thornton 100. Let's get this out in the sun and check out this tank. Look at that. That is absolutely... I've never seen
That's mad.
anything like it. Look at the split on it. That is so sick. That is so... That's just mad in the sunlight, isn't it? I love the metallic.
It keeps changing as I change the angle.
I love the metallic against the Crown Grey there. That is so sick.
Like that looks black until
Look at the way it's like a marble effect, isn't it?
It's actually loads of purple down here.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Right, I want to see this on the bike ASAP. So I'm going to flip it round, get the fuel sender in, get the fuel pump in, all the gubbins underneath, and then I'm going to bash that on the bike over here, and everything else is ready to go on this as well. We've got the seat ready to go, so I'm going to get this all back together, and then this bike is going to look like a complete motorbike in the next hour or so. Cannot wait.
1 hour later.
Right guys, so we've just fitted the paint to this bobber and it looks absolutely incredible. Honestly, Evan fitted it up for me and I went in the office and I came back out and looked at it and it was just like absolutely incredible. So I know exactly what you guys are going to feel like when you see this paint. So check this out, it's absolutely wild. This thing is absolutely incredible. This paint is so wild and it looks so good. The detail in it is incredible. That tank looks so wild. So the grey into the real bright purple, into the purple kind of swirls into a dark black, and it literally just looks so good. So as you can see, we've got this on the tank, we're on the seat even, which is the cap for the traction fluid. So me and Evan now are going to start this up and make sure that everything is running, that everything is primed, and that we're comfortable that this bike is going to be safe to go to the dyno tomorrow, ready to be tuned. So we're going to try and do this now. Fingers crossed everything goes okay, and then we can get this bike straight to the dyno, ready to be tuned tomorrow. My foot. Oh my god.
Did that blow that off?
The exhaust blew on my foot. Oh my god, that's £100 a litre.
Oh no.
Oh, my foot is soaked. You did that on purpose. Oh, stuff stinks like BO as well. Nah, it proper does stink, doesn't it? Say.
Oops.
At least the bike works.
Well, you know, yeah, it does work. I wasn't expecting it to fire straight away. We're going round 2 with no shoes. You know. All right, ready? Yeah. on the, let's turn that off. We've got proper flow on the return for the traction fluid for the supercharger. We didn't have it initially, did we? A little bit more priming, but we're there now. Yeah, absolutely reeks, isn't it? It's like proper strong fuel-y smell. The reason being is because we put huge injectors on it and we're running standard ECU software and everything on it right now. So what we're able to do now is take it to the dyno tomorrow, make sure it's got plenty of fuel in it. We'll run it on V-Power, so premium fuel. And then, yeah, we'll be ready to hack into the original ECU, change all the parameters, adjust the fuel in, and yeah, it'd be interesting to see what this does with this new ECU software. I think we might be knocking on for 115 to 120 horsepower at the rear wheel. So yeah, properly nice, usable bike, but I'm happy with that. I'm not happy that my feet are covered in oil though, and they smell like, so yeah. Oh well, right, ready to roll, ready to get to the dyno.